Chapter 1. The mysterious disappearance. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between tall, green hills, there lived a little girl named Lina. Lina was cheerful and curious, and her favorite part of every day was picking out socks to wear. She loved all kinds of socks, bright ones with rainbows, fuzzy ones with little animal faces, and even magical socks that shimmered when the sunlight touched them. But one morning, something strange happened. When Lina reached for her favorite purple polka-dotted sock, she found only one. The other was missing. At first, she thought it might be hiding under the bed or lost in the laundry. So, she searched high and low, under the pillows, behind the curtains, and even in the kitchen where her mother sometimes folded clothes. But the sock was gone. The more she searched, the more puzzled she became. Socks didn't just disappear. Chapter 2. The portal. One afternoon, while Lina was playing in her room, something unusual caught her eye. There, in the corner of the room, right by her wooden toy chest, a faint glow appeared. It was soft, shimmering, almost like a whisper of light. Lina blinked and rubbed her eyes, unsure if she was seeing things. But when she looked again, the glow was still there, swirling gently, as if calling her. Lina gasped. Was this a portal? A gateway to another world? Without thinking, she took a deep breath, grabbed her favorite red sock from the drawer, and stepped into the light. For a moment, everything around her swirled in colors, blues, purples, and pinks, until the spinning stopped, and she found herself standing on soft, fluffy ground. Chapter 3. The Land of Lost Socks. When Lina looked around, her eyes widened in amazement. She was no longer in her room. Instead, she had arrived in a strange, beautiful world. The sky above was a mixture of lavender and gold, with soft clouds that looked like cotton candy floating lazily by. The ground beneath her feet felt soft, like walking on a huge pillow, and everywhere she looked, there were socks, lots and lots of socks. Chapter 4. The Sock Keeper. As Lina wandered through this strange and magical world, she saw a small creature approach her. It was round and fluffy, like a ball of cotton, with tiny eyes that sparkled like stars. It had little feet made of soft, colorful threads, and wore a tiny knitted scarf. The creature bounced over to her and smiled, as if it had been waiting for her. Lina smiled. That sounds like a wonderful place. Chapter 5. The Sock's Journey. Pom-Pom led Lina through the colorful sock village, showing her how the socks lived. Some socks worked as mail carriers, delivering lost letters from children to their homes. Others worked in the sock bakery, baking soft, fluffy bread made from cotton fibers. The socks were busy, happy, and full of life, each one with its own purpose. Chapter 6. The Quest for the Missing Socks. Lina felt a warm feeling in her heart. She thought about the socks she had lost, the ones she missed the most. Her yellow polka-dotted socks, the ones she used to wear to her grandmother's house. And her pink fuzzy socks, the ones that kept her feet warm during the cold winter nights. She had missed them, but she had never thought that they could be in this magical world. Pom-Pom smiled and clapped his little paws. I knew you would. Your sock was waiting for you, just like all the others. Chapter 7. The Return Home. As Lina held her sock, she felt a gentle pull, like a thread tugging at her heart. She knew it was time to go back home. She said goodbye to Pom-Pom and the other socks, thanking them for all they had done. Then, with her sock in hand, she stepped back into the glowing portal. When Lina opened her eyes, she was back in her bedroom, the soft morning light streaming through the window. The world outside was peaceful, and in her hand, she still held her yellow polka-dotted sock. From that day on, Lina never worried about losing her socks again. She knew that every sock, no matter how lost, would find its way back home when it was meant to. And as she tucked her socks away at night, she smiled, knowing that somewhere out there, in the land of lost socks, they were waiting for their next adventure. And so, Lina learned that sometimes things are lost not because they are gone forever, but because they are waiting for the right time to be found again.